Hi everybody. Today we're going to be talking about lesson 52, using money to model decimals. So when we think about place value, we think about the decimal point. As we move, here's my decimal point, nice and pretty right here in the middle. Okay, this is just kind of a symbol to tell us everything to the left is a whole number and everything to the right is a decimal. Okay, we can even think of them as fractions. So moving from right to left, every time I move one place, I'm going to multiply by 10. So 1 times 10 is 10, 10 times 10 is 100, 100 times 10 is 1,000, and so on. That keeps going on and on every time you move to one place to the left. And the reverse happens when we move back to the right. Every time you move one place to the right, you divide by 10. 1,000 divided by 10 is 100, 100 divided by 10 is 10, 10 divided by 10 is 1, 1 divided by 10 is 1/10, 1/10 divided by 10 is 1/100th, and here we have the name of our places. So if I was to go ahead and write the names of those places, okay, here I have the that's not gonna work. Okay, here I have the one, oh, sorry, wrong place. Bear with me, guys, my brain's only sort of working. So here I have the hundredths place, the tenths place, and then the ones, tens, hundreds, just like you're used to. Okay, so notice that the tenths place, while we will represent it today as a decimal, is a fraction, 1/10. The hundredths place, 1/100th. So how can we talk about this with money? So if I look at example 1, what combinations of dollars, dimes, and pennies make $4.65? Okay, so I'm looking to make $4.65. So this is going to be, and I'm going to draw a picture for this, 4 ones, and then we can think of the tenths place and the hundredths place as the dimes and the pennies place. So 6/10, 1/10 of a dollar is a dime. So I'm going to have 6 dimes, and then the 100ths place, 1/100th of a dollar is a penny. I'm going to go ahead and use a different color. Okay, so I'm going to have 5. So I can represent it in 4 $1 bills, 6 dimes, and 5 pennies. So oftentimes you will hear me, these are dimes, you'll hear me refer to these two places as the dimes place and the pennies place. Okay, their real names are the tenths and the hundredths, but sometimes it helps to think about it in terms of money. All right, let's go into example 2. What is the place name? Excuse me. What is the place name of the $4 and $6.24? So place name, I'm looking for ones, tens, hundreds, tenths, hundredths, thousandths. Okay, so this 4 right here, is sitting in the pennies place, but its technical name is the hundredths place. Now remember, when you're writing hundredths, if it doesn't have that THS on the end, then it's wrong, okay? You have to have that THS in tenths, hundredths, thousandths, because if you don't, then it sounds like you're talking about 100. Well, 4 pennies is a whole lot different than $400, okay? So you need to make sure that when you're writing, you have that TH on the end. All right, example 3. Is $3.67 closer to $3.60 or $3.70? So here we're rounding to the nearest tenths place. So I'm only going to look, write this bigger. So when looking at 367, because they're rounding to the tenths place, I'm only going to look at the number to the right of the tenths. Since this is a 7, 67 is closer to 70, so my whole number rounds up to $3.70. Now a secondary question, what two whole numbers or whole dollars is this between? This is between $3 and $4. So if I was to place this on a number line, it would be between the 3 and the 4. But we'll talk more about decimals on a number line later. Okay, and our last example. On his way home from work, Shaquille stopped at the supermarket and purchased carrots for $1.66, broccoli for $3.42, and cauliflower for $2.55. What is a reasonable estimate for the cost of the vegetables? So you need to write the original number. So we have $1.66 for broccoli, $3.42. Oh, sorry, $1.66 for carrots, $3.42 for broccoli, and $2.55 for cauliflower. Now, I have two options when rounding. I can round, instead of rounding to the nearest dollar, which I could do, but isn't going to give me a hugely accurate estimate, I could round to the nearest tenth, the nearest dimes place, or I could round to the nearest 50 cents. Oftentimes in money, rounding to the nearest 50 cents is a good compatible number to use. So $1.66 is going to round down to $1.50. $3.42 is going to round up to $3.50. And $2.55 will round down to $2.50. So 0, 5, 10, 15, carry the 1, 1, 2, 5, 7. So a reasonable estimate would be $7.50. Make sure you have your dollar sign and make sure you have a decimal. Okay? All right, that's it. Off to your lesson practice. I will have lesson 53 up for you by the end of the day tomorrow, and I'll see you guys on Friday.